Hi everyone! I arrived yesterday in the Dolomites and I'm going now on a hike that was totally unplanned. The weather was supposed to be very bad today, but it ends up being not so bad. So I decided to go on a hike, and I decided also to bring you along with me so that you can see the beautiful mountains that you can have here, and especially see what kind of photographs I will make along this hike. So it will be during the day, but the weather is kind of very changing very quickly. There is a lot of lots of clouds, a bit of sun. So I'm hoping that where I'm going there will be some very nice peaks and beautiful pictures to take of these peaks. I really have high hopes, and yeah, I want to share this with you, and I hope that you're going to enjoy the trip, and I'm going to share a little more as I'm going along the way with you. So speak to you a bit later. So I'm about 1 kilometer, a little more into the hike, and I have to say that so far it's just stunning. And one advice I can give you when you're going on a hike like this and you want to photograph, or even if you just want to enjoy the view, is just once in a while just stop and look back and see what's behind you. That's exactly what I did here. And the view is just stunning. So I'm not sure you will see a whole lot here, but there is this peak here, which is right, the small one, I guess that's this one. And what's very beautiful is that when I'm using my telephoto lens, so my XF 55 to 200 millimeters, then I can just target the trees that are in the foreground, the beautiful mountain in the background, in the middle ground, I would say, or background, and I have those chaotic and dramatic clouds on the back. It's just wonderful. And if you look a little bit around, I mean, just the view is just stunning. And I just caught as well a beautiful chalet, wooden chalet, which is right at the bottom of the mountain. I tried to do a panorama with my telephoto lens as well. And I'm going to share this with you like very shortly, because I guess you should just see those kind of pictures. Just wonderful. And I'm just hiking during the day. So yeah, very good experience so far. I'll keep you up to date later. So I arrived at my first checkpoint, which is the hut called Paula, I guess that's the name. And the view is just amazing. Look around. Like, I hope you can see enough with the camera. Not too centered. I have face track on, so you might be just looking at me, I'm not sure. The screen is very small, I don't see very well. More important, so now that I'm here, I mean, you can see behind me, there are like really big mountains now, and I'm fairly close to them. So using my telephoto lens anymore doesn't make sense. And that's why I switched gear and I put my XF 18 to 55 millimeters. So that's my kit lens. That's the equivalent, I guess, of 24 to 70 millimeters on full frame. And because I'm shooting with Fuji APS-C, and that just like allows me to have much more flexibility and much more amplitude in my photographs. And now I was able to catch here, you can see the small path here, and on the background there is a mountain, that mountain right next to my face here, and that's the one I was catching with the path in the foreground. So that doesn't give a huge amount of depth, but sufficient so that there is a sense of perspective, and that makes the picture look quite nice. So these are not like, I would say, the wonderful or the award-winning pictures I'm taking here, but it's more like enjoyable pictures, like souvenirs. And if I want to look at, okay, what did I see during that hike, then I know I can look at my picture and make sure I like the picture I took. And there is also, like, just above my head, I don't know if you can see, there's a small wooden house right here, and I was catching it earlier as well with the mountains on the background. So I'm not sure what the result will be of that one. I will probably share it with you and see what the result is. But in general, that's a very good thing to just switch lenses and get wider and wider as you get closer to the mountains. Otherwise, you will be like really struggling catching them if that's your goal. Of course, if you want to catch on the horizon very far away, then the telephoto lens is great. But for what I'm doing here, that's the one for now. And I guess later on I will have to put on, and very quickly, I will have to put on the wide angle. All right, speak to you later. So that didn't last long. I finally put my XF10 to 24 millimeters, my ultra wide angle, because I'm getting really close now from the mountains, and it's and of course I just need something wider than 18 millimeters or 24 millimeters on full frame. So I find it always a little bit more complicated to shoot foreground in spring, in fall, because you always have like dead flowers and dead trees, and it just doesn't make it really interesting as a foreground. I don't know if you can see here what I have here behind me is just one bush, which is like basically dead because it's the season like that, huh? It's fall, and I have here one small pine which is right in the middle, and I tried to capture it with the beautiful mountain which is, oh sorry, you lost me. With the beautiful peak which is right on my back there, and basically that's just the best composition I can find here right now. I guess I'm going a bit further up afterwards, so the trail will be with rocks and so on, so I might find some nice compositions with rocks, but since we are like still in the middle of the day, that's a little tricky, because if the sun comes out, then the rocks will be totally highlighted, and that's gonna get like a little more complicated. So I'm gonna go ahead and find other compositions. I talk to you on the way, and hopefully I can show you nice pictures as I'm reaching the pass up there. So speak to you in a bit. I'm still going up. As you can see, I'm going up there where the pass is. I'm not sure you can see it well, but it's where the pass is. So it's going to be very steep. I don't think I'm going to take any further picture then until I'm up there. Actually, the rock field that's behind me was kind of really messy to catch. I guess I caught one or two pictures over there and not more than that, because it really got like really messy and all gray, just one color. So it just like it lacked a little bit of contrast. And here the beauty of hiking in autumn is that you have to look for other compositions as opposed to what you would do in spring or summer, where you have flowers, as I said earlier, as a foreground. And here what I did is that I caught this path here with the mountain on the background, and that just like gives just a wonderful effect. That's really I mean, in my opinion, it's really amazing because it creates like perspectives, and well, the camera doesn't seem to just follow me today. Sorry. And so yeah, it gives a sense of perspective, which is really amazing. So I recommend you to place you right like at the base of a path that goes up a little bit, and that just gives like a little bit of curve, so that you have a little bit of movement somehow in your picture. And of course then that will give the perspective up to your subject and give a little bit of space to your subject, and use your ultra wide angle lens, of course, to do that, so that you have like really a global picture, not too much in it, and enough space to then post process it adequately afterwards. All right, that's pretty much it for now. I'm going up there and I talk to you once I'm up there. So I finally made it to the top. It's just amazing. It was a little difficult, but honestly, not too much. A bit of ladders and stuff like that. I'm gonna put somewhere here or here some pictures I took with my phone, because I didn't use the camera as I was going up. There was not really a point. It was not just amazing. So with the phone only. And I arrive on top, and I'm not sure if you can see anything, but now I'm in the clouds, so and it seems that it's gonna be like this quite a bit for some time. So I'm gonna wait and see if the clouds move a little bit. But just on the back here, there is basically a mountain, and the peak is just wonderful. So I'm not sure you can see it. And there's a bench here that has a very interesting shape. So basically I caught the bench with the shape and the mountain on the background. And honestly, right now we can't see anything anymore. So, and down either. So it's gonna be a little bit challenging, but well, now it's only gonna go down, so it's gonna be an easy hike. And I think I'm gonna talk to you a little bit later when I will be back to my motorhome, and maybe I'm gonna share a little more about what gear I'm using when I'm going on a hike, because I think that can be really helpful. So I guess we meet once I'm back, and if there is anything on the way, of course I'm gonna stop and let you know. That's always the plan. So all right, speak when I'm back. Hopefully I'm back. Hey there once again. So actually I came down, and I came actually below the clouds, and I just got very lucky. I mean, look at what is surrounding me. It is just incredible, and trust me, it's like just like amazing. And like, I mean, I'm here now like for 10-15 minutes, and I'm waiting because the clouds are moving, and they're like just being over the mountain all the time, and they're like just small windows of like 5, 10, 15 seconds where I can take photographs, and every like 2, 3, 5 minutes. So I really need to be patient, and that's actually the trick here. When you're in such situation, if you're comfortable, if you're not too cold, and if you're not too tired, and if it's not raining too much, then just wait a little. Just wait like 15-20 minutes where you are, and clouds will move, and you will be able to catch amazing photographs. And now, I mean, well, it was uncovered, and now it's getting covered again. So I'm gonna let you quickly, because I want to catch this shot that I struggled to catch for like a few minutes. So yeah, we'll speak a bit later. So I'm finally back in my motorhome, and actually it's I don't know if you can hear it from the microphone that I have here, but it's raining quite a bit right now, and it has been pretty much like this for the rest of the hike. And so yeah, so I didn't really shot much afterwards, and the view was not that great either. The places I think the places I showed you were the most beautiful places. So I'm gonna change, I'm gonna prepare a coffee, and I'm gonna briefly tell you a little more about the gear that I am bringing with me on this hike. And yeah, so let's meet in a minute. So I'm finally gonna present the gear I'm bringing with me while I'm going on a day hike. That's not a whole lot, but still I need to bring some. So the first one is my camera. That's the Fujifilm X-T3. It's lightweight, doesn't take a lot of space. I can put it on my shoulder without any problem, without hurting, so it's fairly good. I like it a lot. Of course, I'm bringing batteries, so I had a lot of batteries in my backpack. I didn't need that many, but they were there, so anyways, that's very useful when you have a camera that consumes a lot of energy. In terms of lenses, so I'm having my XF 10 to 24 millimeters, which is the lens that I use a lot when I'm going on a mountain trip, because I find it very practical, especially when you have like very high peaks. And in case you're interested, so I guess that's here, there will be a link to a video I released and where I say why this is the best lens you can bring with you. It's a very interesting video, so yeah, feel free to watch it. Then I'm bringing my XF 18 to 55 millimeters, so that's my kit lens. It's very small, so that's not really a problem to use it. The thing is that I'm not using it a whole lot, and so I still bring it around because sometimes I need it, like I needed it today. But if I would not have it, honestly, that would not have changed a whole lot. Now I bring my telephoto lens, the XF 55 to 200 millimeters, which is very good to catch small details here and there in the mountains. Extremely helpful. The next piece of gear I'm bringing, it's my drone. So of course, I guess nothing to explain much here. I'm bringing the drone. I do video, a bit of photo, but mostly video with the drone because I like the effect it gives in the, especially in the mountains or like in general the landscapes. I bring spare batteries. Of course, I have 2 of them. Some filters because they are like, depending on the time of the day, it's extremely practical. What more do I bring? Bring some additional SD cards that can be always helpful. I bring an additional battery, spare battery, that's for my smartphone or the camera if I need it, but on a day hike that's unlikely. I bring also my tripod. So today I brought my tripod and I didn't need it, and honestly, because I was like shooting all day long handheld, there was sufficient light so that I didn't need to use my tripod. And that's a shame because it weighs a lot. It's more than 2 kilos, and so I didn't. So that was not really something needed. But anyways, that's pretty much what I bring, and I bring of course my DJI Osmo Pocket when I go like this. It's very lightweight, and I can record very cool video with that. And my backpack, a bit of water, a bit of food, and that's pretty much it. See, so, something you should not forget is rain gear. For example, today there were a lot of rain, so trouser, jacket, and like the raincoat of your for your backpack, and that's pretty much it. Then you're all set to go for an amazing day hike and take amazing photographs. So in the meantime, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you do, then feel free to give me a thumbs up and to subscribe. That's really amazing. I guess if you're watching my content, you know what I'm producing, and you might like it, and that would be really amazing. Also, in case you have any questions and any comments about the gear you should bring, then feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I can answer you, and maybe even you can answer among yourselves. That would be great. So with that, I guess that's pretty much it for this video, and I wish you good luck with your photography, and see you next week for new adventures.